Sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo do Combo Infinito. Eu sou Ariel, mais uma entrevista aqui. E hoje nós temos o diretor de Prince of Persia. Mas antes do Alepteco se apresentar e dele se apresentar, vamos apresentar a Luciana, que está aqui com a gente. Ela é gerente de marketing sênior da Ubisoft da América Latina. A Luciana, ela vai ficar famosa, eu tenho certeza. Tudo bem, Luciana?
Tudo jóia. Muito bem, vocês são muito bem-vindos aqui no nosso stand.
Muito obrigado. E ela tá aqui para poder cuidar da gente, para saber se a gente não vai fazer perguntas difíceis.
Exatamente, né? A gente vai trocar ideia agora com o Munir.
Yes, that's right. The pronunciation was cool.
A gente vai fazer algumas perguntas sobre o novo jogo e vamos tentar entender melhor as ideias e tal.
Bora lá, mas antes você já pode se inscrever no canal, deixar o like aí que é o de sempre, né? Pra poder incentivar esse tipo de conteúdo, beleza? Lembrando que o Prince of Persia vai sair no início do ano que vem. Eu já pude jogar lá em Los Angeles também, e isso também tem relação com as nossas perguntas. A primeira pergunta, the first question is: This Prince of Persia is different from what we were expecting, even more so after the announcement of the Sands of Time remake. Where did the idea come from?
For us, I'm from Ubisoft Montpellier, and for us, it was supernatural to come up with this idea. I don't know how much you know the experience we have as a studio on platformer games, and we wanted also to go back to the roots. Ubisoft Montpellier is kind of a part of the other studio. They kind of follow their own visions, and we wanted to show what kind of new vision we could give to this brand. So we wanted to surprise the players, but also to respect the DNA, and this is the result of our ideation.
Metroidvania is a game style that never gets old. What were the big inspirations for this Prince of Persia?
Again, I've got a lot of souvenirs on the first 2D games, and I was playing with my friend Stefan, and I was young. We were lost, kind of this feel of isolation, and we had to figure out about ourselves what was the next stage. I remember games like Faction Aiju. I don't know if you played those games. That was the same thing, and because of we wanted to came back to the roots and to show what kind of new mechanics in a platform game we can bring. It was supernatural to come with this genre, and this is a genre that is super cool to respect players' cleverness and skills. For me, we used to play on Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, Super Metroid. I love this game. I wanted to show that those kind of games are never old. I hope that by playing this game, you feel this. You feel that kind of modernity in the controls, because we wanted it super responsive, super fresh.
About this question, adding something for this question, there is some new game, a Metroidvania game that has inspiration for you too, like Blasphemous or
No, because honestly, as a player, I played all the other games like Hollow Knight, Super Metroid. Yes, because we were forced also to look what they were doing at their best, but also what they fail. And when you work on such a brand, you have first to look at the brand, not the other games. Because if you look at the genre and the other games, you will just copy them. And first we had to look at the legacy, the games in 2D, the episode of the trilogy of Sands of Time, respecting this legacy, and then play with the codes so that we can bring something new and renew.
Is this game set in the same universe as Sands of Time, or it's like a multiverse with a new prince?
It's kind of a new game. It's kind of a part of the other games, but it respects all the lore and all the legacy. If you played it, you'll feel that it's like a prequel to all the games. There's a lot of cameos, a lot of things that for a player who played the 2D games, the Sands of Time, they will see that there's some of connection. But I don't know to spoil anything, because there's a lot of things you'll see in the next month. But yes, we did our job.
But you are excited about this?
Yes, of course. We love our game.
You guys see Prince of Persia going this way in terms of size and budget? It's a single project, is isolated.
I have to be honest. If players loved it, I want to go forward and because we have a lot of ideas, and maybe we'll do a sequel to this, but this is not the end of the 3D episodes, of course. It's like Metroid. You can have a Metroid Prime and a Metroid Dread, the two at once. So for us, it's just a matter of giving players a new vision of Prince of Persia. You have to know that it's super simple for us to just make the same games. If I want to have the good life, I will do remake every day. But people tend to forget that creating something fresh because we know that people are waiting for the 3D ones. And when we came when we revealed the player, we knew that they will be like, oh my god, it's so different, but it was intended because we wanted to go next, to go forward, and it's good for the game, good for the brand, good for players, because we are taking risk, and it will always be good to go forward.
The boss I faced in the game demo in Los Angeles was very difficult. Is the idea for it to be a challenging game?
I tend to feel and to think that Prince of Persia brand has always been kind of demanding, picky. Even if you played the 2D ones, that was like brutal. And yes, we wanted to, as I said, to respect players. So it's challenging, but you have a bunch of options that can down or up the difficulty. For example, we know that specific players don't like to be lost, or some players have some troubles of when it comes to accessibility, or some players want to just to follow the story. So we have two modes. The first one is the exploration mode. It's our vision of a Metroidvania, like vanilla Metroidvania. The second one is the guided mode. In this mode, you'll have always a marker on your map to show the next objective, and all the gating point of interest will be marked. They will be red if you don't have the ability, and green if you have the ability.
Nice, this is nice.
And you know that maybe you noticed that we showed a specific feature, which name is memory card, and it allows you to take a picture and to mark directly on your map, so that you can remember the places. Again, we know that I want that all players finish this game, and we have seen that some guys they have trouble because there are some handicap, or they don't have the skill to pass the platform, because you know, when it comes to fight, when it comes to enemies, you can play with their attributes. You can done the HP, you can make their attack more damaging, less damaging. But when it comes to level design, when it comes to platform, you cannot change them. So we work on specific features, so that if you are blocked, you have an accessibility feature that open like a portal and allow you to pass one part of this challenge. You are free to use it, but if you are blocked, you can trigger this feature and just go after this sequence. This is our mindset. We want that all players finish this game.
In your opinion, what is the main characteristic about this game? The big highlight, in your opinion?
I think, and this, we don't show everything, but I think it's like a Metroidvania blockbuster for me. You'll see that the spectacular aspects of the combat, I feel maybe you felt by playing it that there's a lot of in common with some fighting games mechanics. Like I'm fond of Street Fighter. When you perform a special ability, you have this camera zoom in, approaching your character, and some of the boss will be like super memorable. And yes, we wanted to show that the Metroidvania also can fit with a good narrative. This is a semi-open world, and it's kind of tricky when you want to address a good and big story. We didn't show a lot around this story, but there's a big story in it.
How long can we take to finish the game and to do everything?
I would like to give you the answer, but some guys in people don't want me to answer because it's part of communication, right? We have nothing to there's a lot of hours.
Okay.
Don't be. I played all the Metroid Dread, Hollow Knight, Ori. We are not ashamed of this game.
In the trilogy of Descent of Time, the trilogy, what's your favorite game?
When it comes to the mood, the first one because of the 1001 Night Tales, it was kind of a reverie. It was super cool, like super authentical. Yes, with a rewind. But when it comes to mechanics, I feel that the Wire Within, even if the music was, we can discuss about the score of the music, but the game mechanics and the Dahaka were memorable.
Okay, thank you for your time. Nice to see you here.
Congratulations about this game. It's very nice. We are loving it.
It's cool, and I hope that the next month will give you much more appeal on this.
Nice.
Thank you, guys. Love you, Brazil. Sao Paulo.
Muito obrigado a vocês que acompanharam o nosso vídeo. Não se esqueçam de se inscrever no canal e comentem aí quais são as perguntas que vocês poderiam fazer para ele, que a gente pode mandar para ele também.
Quem sabe?
Não é? E se vocês gostaram da entrevista.
Valeu!